So today let's do this Coconeer. This was requested by Vidvatamji. This is Flute Agarbatti and they have given the look of coconut, of course, because it's coconutty. And this Coconeer is a trademark name. It's a sweet and creamy. So this is what we have. Namaste all you fragrant people and welcome to Om Incense Show with DJ, a show that helps you increase your incense quotient. So if you are an incense enthusiast, consider subscribing. So today we have this cycle flute agarbatti here, Coconeer with us. Was requested by Vidvatamji. This is flute agarbatti and they have given the look of coconut, of course, because it's coconutty. And this Coconeer is a trademark name. It's a sweet and creamy. So this is what we have. A nice little coconut is there. On one side we have the address and the consumer care number and all of these things, and it says 126 grams plus 1 matchstick. So we got this matchstick also with this. So this is 40 sticks in the matchstick. This is for 55 rupees. Then we have a scanning code also. So this a barcode. So this is what we have. I always get confused between the two. Then on the other side we have very many logos and it says cycle.in. So like I said, always cycle website is, I find it one of the easiest websites to deal with. Out of all the players in the traditional incense market, Cycle brand is one of the websites which I always like to go to, and I buy a lot of products from there, and I even find the incense sticks quite reasonably priced, all the incense products quite reasonably priced. So this is cycle.in, and the best thing is you can even order one product and they'll send it to you. And on both the openings we have this flute like that, flute agarbatti, and the cycle logo is there. So this is what we have. This is what the overall pack is like. It's a very nice little pack. If you like coconut fragrance, you might just want to go for this. Now inside what we have are these two pouches. It has cycle written on it, so it's branded on one side. Both of these are branded on one side. And like I said, it's 126 grams. I don't know in terms of count, if we go, it looks like around 80 or 100 sticks. So in 55 rupees, this is all you get. And this is a normal 9-inch black incense, which is machine made and dipped. And it has a nice bamboo core. It's almost yellow. This is the kind of bamboo core that it has. Going by the length of it, it's going to be there around for 35 to 40 minutes. So that's the kind of incense burn time that this will have. So the top note is not really coconutty. It has a little citrus, fresh kind of fragrance. Reminds me of a deo. It doesn't really smell like coconut as such. That's what we have in the top note. Now when we light up the incense, the fragrance that we get, surprisingly, that deo note that was there in the top note is not there when the incense comes to life. You do get that sweet and creamy fragrance that they said, you get that. I somehow don't get the coconut feel. That exact coconut feel is not there, but it is that nice sweet and creamy kind of fragrance which does give you that feel of some kind of fruit. However, in some whiffs you actually get that coconut fragrance. If you have ever smelled that fresh coconut, you know, the raw coconut, the fresh coconut, the ones that we eat, that white one, that white portion, you actually get that fragrance in some of the whiffs. But otherwise, the overall fragrance is nice, sweet and creamy. So if you like sweet fragrance and if you like something that will remind you of a fruity fragrance, then you would like this. If you go by the intensity, it's like mid-mild with a nice presence and sure body. This is not something that you're going to miss because the sweetness is quite pronounced and it's nice. And if you like sweet fragrance, you would really like this. If we talk of diffusion, the diffusion capacity is good because it has diffused in my entire house. So I'm sure if you diffuse it in a large space, it's going to fill that entire space with a good fragrance. That's the kind of diffusion it has. If we talk of retention, the retention is around 2 to 3 hours. So that's the kind of retention this has, which is like fair enough, neither very less nor a lot. So that's the kind of fragrance this is. It is that nice, sweet, creamy, fruity fragrance which does give you whiffs of coconut, and if you like that kind of fragrance, you would like this. I'm not really very impressed. I mean, I don't really like fruity fragrances. I like the Amracia better. I really like that Amracia. That Amracia smell actually made my mouth water. But this is like okay to me, not really very good. And so if I have to buy a fruity fragrance, probably I'll go with Ambracia. But I'm sure that this is going to be a good one because Vidwatamji has requested it and he really likes the the product. And this is actually one of their best sellers in the fruity fragrance range. So if you like fruity fragrances, you would want to go for this one. So that's Flute Agarbatti Coconeer. I'd like to give it a star rating of 3. That's Cycle Flute Agarbatti Coconeer. Now the quiz that we had last time was which brand has the copyright for the word flower cycled, and Vidwatamji answered the quiz and he said Phool. So that's right, that's the right answer. Phool has got the copyright for the word flower cycled because of course they are the ones who actually brought this to limelight, even though Cycle brand is the one that had actually started Pushkarni long before Phool had started their journey. But the Cycle brand people did not want to actually advertise it because to them it's more of a CSR activity for them, because they thought they are cleaning the temples, and which of course they did. So Pushkarni actually started long before Phool did, but they did not advertise it. The quiz that we have today is, what is Sugandhi? I've talked about Sugandhis in many of the episodes and I think by now you know what it is. So just let me know what is Sugandhi. That's the quiz for today. So I hope you enjoyed this episode and you learned something from it. If you think somebody else can learn something from it too, share it with them. If you liked it, give it a like. Till we meet again next, take very good care of yourself. Namaste.